Hey everyone, I'm not too sure what order this video will be shown in, if it's going to be the first one that you guys see or the fifth, I'm not sure. But I've recorded altogether 5 or 6 videos and I'm going to stitch them all together and go through a hyper time lapse with you, including the voiceover, because my main goal is to paint the negative space that I will reveal once I peel off the masking fluid. I want to paint that with you in real time because I think that that will be the best part. So I apologize if I'm skipping all of this. I mean, I did record it, so you will see, but I'm offering it to you in a much more edited fashion just for the sake of time. And I did purchase these Van Gogh watercolors with this whole mixing together, creating these backgrounds in mind. I just didn't realize how beautiful they would be. Looking back, if I would begin my watercolor journey all over again, I would start right with the Van Gogh watercolors because they're just amazing. They kick Cotman right out of the ballpark. Long story short, this is a mixture of the azomethine green yellow color and light oxide red with just a smidge of the pyro orange coming in there, and that will complete my background. Hey guys, here we go with time-lapse video number 2. If only I could move this fast, I would have more time to do more of this, and I would spend less time on chores. Wouldn't we all? Alright, so using the masking fluid there with that paintbrush and just painting in simple leaf shapes, simple flower shapes. I did 5 of them all together, and then I'm going to move on to sharing how I label the pans and then fill the pans. These pans are, excuse me, from the Curate and Color brand. It's a brand that Hobby Lobby sells. It's a pack of 6 for 99 cents, and they're not true half pans. They're a little bit smaller, but they work just fine, and that's what I used. I wanted to share with you how I filled them there from the side, give you guys a bit of a different angle, but that didn't work out so well because my chubby hands got in the way, and I was a bit further away than I thought I was. But this right here, this is the fun part where I get to draw in those fun tubes. I did this before, a bit more stylized for the Renaissance Polska. That was my cat, by the way, Ernie. He came by not once, not twice, but 3 times. Sold. But no, he's napping now. But I did this before for the Renaissance Polska video, and I loved it. So I went ahead and did it for the Van Gogh watercolors. Super simple. I even did the half pans there for the dusk yellow and dusk green. So I'm having a fantastic time exploring more with masking fluid and sharing with you guys as much as possible. So I will now hand you over to the real-time Laura, and let's see how it goes. Okay, let's go ahead and begin with the painting. For the leaves, I'm going to be using a mixture that I mixed, turquoise blue and light oxide red. It's the darkest that I was able to get between both those colors, more turquoise blue leading, and the turquoise blue is made up of PB15 and PG7, and then the light oxide red is a PR101. And then for the stems, I decided to use the Buku Undu color, brownish black, and I have those 2 colors all set and ready to go. This is going to give me a good indication of how this paper works with the wet onto wet method after removing the masking fluid. I've never done this before, and I'm also going to attempt at leaving a white space as I do this. So this should be interesting. The brush I'm using is a number 6 Michaels brand Artist Loft Vienna brush, and I'm just mentioning all of this because I know people will ask, and so I thought I would share. Pretty sure I can go in here with just a color and skip over all of this wet onto wet business, but I do want to see how this works out. All right, so let's go ahead and, I think for the leaves I will just do the wet onto dry, but just use the second brush. to blend things out. This is the Neptune size 6. So that's what I'm trying to do. This is so different for me, and I just want to share. Purposely leaving some open space like that. And then you guys already know what colors I'm using, so I might have to move my paper around a bit. But so far the wet onto wet is taking nicely. The technique is taking nicely on the paper. This Vienna brush, I think, is part of their meant for acrylics academy level at Michael's, but I think it's a great brush. Wow, that's really pretty. I mentioned or you'll hear me mention in the time-lapse video, that I purchased these colors specifically for mixing and blending, even though Van Gogh is, you know, the Rembrandt's student grade version. You cannot beat the color payout and how beautiful these colors behave for the price. If you're a true beginner, skip right over the Cotman tubes and come over to the Van Gogh side, because they are absolutely beautiful. All right, so you can see what I'm doing here. I know I mentioned I wanted to do this in real time, but I doubt you guys want to see me paint all of this super slowly. So I'll go ahead and do a little bit more. I'm going to paint this one here because it's the one that is behind this one. So yeah, let's do that. I guess at this point it's just wet onto damp. Oh, there we go. There we go. This mixture takes right over the stem, so some of this color disappears. Wow, this is wonderful. Oops. Ooh, I added, gosh darn it, give me a second here. Where are my colors? I added. All right, let me just mix this. Made the mistake of adding some of that Buku Undu color on there. That's okay. I caught myself. I had to do a bit more of the mixing. Yep, this one belongs to one. So you guys get the gist of what's happening here. I think I have enough color to finish everything off. Just making sure that I'm painting the right leaves. Oh, I pushed out. I didn't want to push out from the line, but that's okay. next time I'm going to leave space for all of them in the middle because it looks really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue mixing and blending and doing all the things, and I will record everything in a time lapse, and we will meet back here in the end. Okay, so I will see you very soon. Hey everyone, Voiceover Laura here. So I'm just finishing up. I'm really happy with how this app that I'm using is letting me do all of this very seamlessly. It's easy to understand, and I'm getting used to hearing my voice and knowing what I'm talking about as I see myself painting and doing all the art things in the background. If only I could move this fast. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up, and we will meet back here at the end of the video so we can do the pure reveal together. Okay, so now I'm just adding a little bit of gold to all the leaves, and then using the second brush to blend it out, just to have a little bit of shimmer, something extra. This is all exploratory, so I'm not, or at least I'm trying my best not to go all, you know, hoity-toity, as I say, getting all fancy over how it should look, or this, I did this wrong. Definitely learned a few lessons along the way, but all in all, this was a joy to paint and draw for those fun illustrations, just everything all together. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity today. So I'm going to go ahead and finish applying some of this gold watercolor. I'll be right back. You can barely tell, but it's just a little bit. I'm going in very, you know, hesitantly, but I think this is done here. Let's go ahead and do a quick peel reveal here. This is just a single sheet attached to the back of the medium block. So let me go ahead and take it off the block. This, by the way, is on the block on the opposite side. I did this on my own last night, and my gosh, I squealed so many times when all that beautiful green got caught in between the masking fluid lines. If you'd like to see something like this, me paint something like this with you guys in real time, I think this would be a great under 15 to 20 minute art piece. But yeah, let me go ahead and take this single sheet off the block. Okay, so there we go. I'm surprised this didn't get messed up, being that it was face down this entire time. But there's an extra piece of art for you guys to look at. Oh, and this one here too, because show and tell time. But let's see how this one came along. Okay, I believe, there we go, right here. Yep. You know, not bad at all for a fun experiment. Lord have mercy. I am so sorry. Yes, it was the cats. 1 second, please. Oh my goodness. I've told my son several times not to put his palette next to the cat's. Thank goodness this was dry, because that would have been a hot mess. But yes, we do have an artist in the making, and he loves doodling and painting with me. But yes, here we go. I'm so sorry about that jump scare. Here we have this wonderful exploratory art with this beautiful background. I think it's beautiful. And if you do try it, let me know. And once again, more show and tell. You could see I have a thing for this shape. And the last one. So all these beautiful works of art done with masking fluid. All right, guys, this almost looks like a print. I'm gonna work on this. If you've watched this far, bless your heart. Bless mine for all the babbling that I've done. Oh, and we have more, that's right. So lots and lots in today's video. This is about, I would say, 6 hours worth of footage going back and forth between chores and lunch and preparations and all that good stuff. So yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by the video. If you do, I'm not going to do any intro or anything like that. I'm going to stop it here, and I'm hoping that what I do offer you is okay to watch. All right, I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.